Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you guys can be with me today. We're going to be getting ready together and it's going to be a chatty get ready with me. Which is cool because, you know, it's kind of like we're just hanging out and I'm just kind of talking to you guys. I will be using new products, some as in I am just trying out, you know. I still have a few weeks with them. Others are like brand new to the market. I really tried my best to start changing up my routine and using new products because I feel like my old makeup videos, like you guys can already guess like the favorites. Yeah, I've been like playing around with different products and I feel like right now these are like the go-tos. So I guess we should just get started. You know, the funny thing is that whenever I do these, I never have anything to do right after, but today I do, so we're good. Alright, so I already prepped my face. Actually no. Well, let's do this live. So I love using the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. You can use it for anything. It's even for hair. Oh, maybe I should put it on my hair. I'm having a bad hair day today, so just everywhere. Just put it everywhere. I also put some vitamin E oil on my lips and like the surrounding areas of my nostrils, well, around my nose. And vitamin E oil really helps. Shout out to my coworker Leslie. She got me into using oils and all that stuff for skincare. So don't be afraid of oils. They're totally amazing. So now that I've let those products sit on my face, I'm going to get started with my makeup. I'm going to be using the brand new Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I was so stoked that Smashbox even sent this to me. So when this came out, I was like all about it, and it's the only primer I've been using for the past like 4 weeks, so almost a whole month. This primer is very liquidy. So I remember watching Alyssa Ashley on YouTube, and she said that if you ever have a primer that is very liquidy, to let it dry out first until it gets tacky so that your makeup has something to latch onto, which honestly makes a lot of sense, but someone like me who isn't a makeup guru wouldn't know that, so I just thought I'd help you guys out in case you didn't know. The consistency feels a lot like their moisturizing photo finish primer. That was the one I was using before this one. Yeah, it's very liquidy. It's not thick as the original one. So while I let this primer sit, I'm gonna get started on the foundations that I will be using today. I'm currently really just into minimalist makeup, something very natural. I love a natural glow, so that's what I'm gonna go for. And this has been the product that really helps me achieve that. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer, and you can use this alone if you just want to moisturize your face that day and you don't want to add any makeup but still kind of, you know, have something on. This is my go-to, but when I do want more full coverage, I will mix it. Right now I'm into the NYX Total Control, and you guys can't tell, but literally the day I got this, or like the day after, I spilled it, and I spilled half of it. You can only imagine how sad that moment was. So I'm gonna have to go buy a new one soon, but it's okay because it's not too pricey at all, and I really like the full coverage that it gives. So I'm gonna be mixing both of these. Alright, I think we're due for a refill. One thing I do like about the NYX Total Control foundation is the dropper, because for the most part when I do blend my foundations out, I do use the back of my hand. And I know it's not as sanitary, but keeping it real here. The primer's set. It is tacky, so I'm just gonna dot my foundation on the... I feel like I got tanner. Or is it just me? I'm going to go in with my wet beauty blender and I'm just going to blend this out. Hey Siri.
I'm listening.
Play Spotify.
What should I play?
City Lights.
I couldn't find City Lights in your music.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little blind, so I can't tell how it's showing off on camera. I love it because it's giving me such a very natural but like sheen look. This will look good with anything. It just adds a very pretty natural glow. So next I'm going to be adding concealer, and I haven't found a concealer yet that has won my heart so far. Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer has my heart. Since I have the most notorious under eye circles, this does an amazing job with concealing them. I'm also just going to add it on the high points of my face for more of a brightening effect. I'm going to add some primer water by Smashbox. I think we're okay with the face now, so I'm going to set all this goodness in. I will be adding some of the RCMA No Color Powder onto my under eyes because I get a lot of creasing. So inevitable for me not to crease because I just smile all the time, and if you guys, well, you have seen me smile, my eyes get so tiny, so everything just kind of wrinkles up. I just smile 24/7, so I need to make sure I set some of the product in just so that I don't look crazy later on. So I have a 5 head, aka a big ass forehead, so I do want to tone down the shine right here. I want to manipulate it. So now I do want to add some more definition. I don't want to look too flat, so I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals, my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this one's in the shade Bronzer. I'll link it for you guys, but I like it because it gives me some color without being too overpowering. Lately I have been adding some bronzer on my nose. Nothing too excessive, just it adds some depth, so I like it. Just be my lover. As for blush, I've been using the Be a Bombshell blush in Glowing Goddess, and it fell. It was tragic, but I managed to piece it all back together, although it is still falling apart. So I'm going to try my best not to ruin it. But I do like the way this blush looks against the bronzer. It blends in together and it just looks so pretty. Alright, so I'm having a little bit of a dilemma. I have two highlighter palettes and I'm not sure which one to try. So I bought this one. It's Laura Geller Baked Swirl Illuminators for Gilded Honey. It's so hard to find Gilded Honey anywhere, so that's why I took the chance. So I'm not sure if I should use that one or the Smashbox Pearl Spotlight palette. Alright, I think I'm going to go for the Smashbox one just because it is a brand new product and maybe some of you guys haven't checked it out. That's the best part of doing makeup, to be honest. I picked up this brush at CVS. It's the Blush Brush by e.l.f. and it gives me the perfect amount of highlight. I always go for the lightest one, and I know it doesn't look as glowy, but when you add it to the skin, it just adds a very pretty sheen. Wow. And I love adding some highlight right above my eyebrow. So that's kind of what I meant when I said I like to manipulate the light. Since I have a huge forehead, it obviously shines a lot of light, so I like to mattify it first and then just kind of add highlighter as to where I really want the light. I do like going in with some highlight and just highlighting kind of these two focal points of my nose. Also love the way highlight looks right here. It kind of looks like, oh my gosh, I just went for a run. But no, I didn't. I guess we'll try the Cupid's bow. I think with the highlight, I am good. I'm glowing. I'm not sure what kind of eye look I want to go for, but I got a lot of comments on one of my last videos where I had a very natural eye look, but with a very sheen, like shimmery lid, and everybody was asking for a tutorial. So I'm just going to show you how I get that look. It's very easy, very quick, and you can use all kinds of products. You don't need to use the one I use, but the one that I use the majority of the time is ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow, and I love this. And yes, I in fact do love this, so it does live up to its name. It's a really pretty Okay, I'm not about to describe because you guys already know I suck at that. All I do is just add it to my lid with my finger. The shade itself of the shadow is very, very toned down. I'm gonna go back to that. Literally, all I do right after is just add any type of bronzer. I like using this one. It's the City Colors Contour 2FX, and I love using the bronze shade. This is a really good bronzer too for drugstore, and I kind of just like adding it on my crease like that. And I do recommend getting another brown shade that's a tad bit darker. So here's my 35O palette by Morphe. I'm gonna go in with this one, and I'm just gonna focus it here on the outer ends. I'm just gonna make sure that there is still some dimension. I'm pretty sure my lid color kind of lost its sheen, so I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna intensify it a tad bit more, and you can kind of like blend it up towards your crease, because I know that when I go for this look I want everything to just flow together, so I'm just gonna do that. And just to tie the whole look down, I'm gonna add some of that bronzer to my bottom lash line. Now for eyebrows, I'm going to fill them in with my Anastasia Dip Brow. All I do is try to outline them and cover the bald spots. I have a lot of bald spots. So I don't know if I love this or hate this, but I don't really spend a lot of time on my eyebrows, and sometimes you can really tell, and sometimes I get lucky. They look pretty cool, but oops. For mascara, I'm going to use the They're Real by Benefit Cosmetics. I forgot how bomb it was. I'm going to work on my lips, and usually I just go in with my Strip Down liner by MAC. This lip liner is my favorite. Alright, so usually for the lips, this is all I would do, but since I did add some vitamin E oil, I'm going to go in with Chai. It's from ColourPop, and it's almost identical to the lip liner, just a tad bit lighter. I decided to add some eyelashes. I'm going to use the CIL by OFRA Lashes. They're in, I guess they're the Demi Wispies in black, and I got these at some store in downtown LA. They were $1. If I can find them online, I'll link them for you. But they're so pretty, and they're not too obnoxious for an everyday look. The eyelashes are on, but the glue that I use, which is Duo, leaves a very shiny finish. So what I like to do is just with an angled brush, any small brush, I like getting a black eyeshadow, and I like to go over the glue. I have to say, this is my favorite part. Okay, you guys, so that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. I know that my looks aren't as creative because I'm not a beauty expert, but I know that a lot of people have been requesting how I get this look, so hopefully it was very helpful for you guys. I mean, it's super easy, but you know what I mean. Before you leave, go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, what are you doing this weekend? Also press that notification button so that you guys know when I upload. And without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Lately I've been a little fed up, yeah. I wish you would just focus on